I'm Cindy Jeffrey, helping you succeed in your social change efforts. And today I'm here answering a question that I get very often when I'm working with advocates and folks who want to make social change. And that question is, what's the difference between lobbying and advocacy? This is a good question when you're getting involved in public policy advocacy. And given that this question, I get it when we're talking about public policy advocacy, I'm not going to talk about advocacy broadly because advocacy has a wide variety of meanings. But public policy advocacy generally means advocating and supporting efforts that can lead to public policy change. These efforts can be very broad in nature. They can include education, they can include engaging people and organizations, they can include working with the news media as a means of educating people. They can mean a real broad range of efforts that are designed to bring about social change. Lobbying, on the other hand, is a very specific effort. And there are two types of lobbying. There's lobbying in general is making an ask for a specific change in legislation. And that's where we end up with two different types of lobbying. One, and the most commonly thought of form of lobbying, is direct lobbying. And that's where an individual, say that person's you, meets with an elected official and asks for a specific vote on a specific piece of legislation. In other words, it might be something like, "Hi, Senator Smith, I'm Cindy Jeffrey, and I'm here, and I'd like to ask you for your support on bill number XYZ. Can I have your vote?" So as you see by that example, that direct lobbying included me talking with an elected official. I was talking specifically about a specific bill, and I named it by number, and I asked for the senator's support. Now, direct lobbying can also be asking for a senator or a council member or a congressman to oppose a piece of legislation. But it has to ask for that elected official to take a position on a specific piece of legislation. The second type of lobbying that we talk about is grassroots lobbying. And grassroots lobbying is very similar to direct lobbying, but especially for purposes of IRS compliance that nonprofits need to maintain, we talk about grassroots lobbying. And grassroots lobbying, again, involves asking for a specific vote, either support or oppose a piece of legislation by name or number. The main difference with grassroots lobbying is who we're asking. Instead of asking Senator Smith to support or oppose a piece of legislation, in grassroots lobbying, it involves us asking an individual, somebody who's not an elected official, or at least not elected on the specific issue, to support or oppose a piece of legislation. So we're talking about a general citizen, and we're asking them to contact their elected official to support or oppose a piece of legislation. So that's it. Real simple. Anybody can lobby, as you can see, because you or I, whether we are registered as lobbyists, we can ask elected officials to support or oppose a piece of legislation, and we can ask regular citizens to support or oppose a piece of legislation. So that's the difference between advocacy, public policy advocacy, and lobbying. That public policy advocacy is much broader. It also includes lobbying, but it's much broader because it includes lots of activities that are not just specific to lobbying, and lobbying is a very specific activity. It's a great question, one I get a lot, and I thank you for tuning in today. I know that if you're tuning in here that you are someone who's committed to making a change in this world, and I congratulate and thank you. I am Cindy Jeffrey, helping you succeed in social change efforts. And if you found this video value, or if you know someone who's interested in social change efforts, I would like to ask you to share this video with 2 people you know, so that they also can learn about the difference between lobbying and advocacy, and so that we can connect and learn from each other about how to succeed in social change. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.